Oh, hey, Shayna. I'm gonna wait a few minutes. Oh, thank you, Aaron. Been practicing. Chanel. I found some of my makeup. I'm gonna set this up on my computer so I can read the comments from there, and it makes it a little easier for me to communicate without all the comments. So give me 1 second. Yeah, the weather's a little crazy area. I'm gonna slide this over so I don't get distracted. Okay, so how is everybody? Doing good? I'm actually gonna put the camera back on that. So, twin flame call. You guys ready for this? I don't think I am. Can you hear me okay? Is volume good? Have like a weird little setup going on over here, so I'm not sure. I have no music on, so it feels a little weird. I didn't want Facebook to kind of screw me on that music in the background. So, hey, how is everybody? Hi, Karina. Go back. Okay. Okay, you can hear me well. Hi, Amy. Yeah, you can hear the weather. Is my fan loud because I have the fan on? Because the air conditioner would be really loud, and I was like, no. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, a few of you may be wondering why I'm doing this video. So I was called to do a twin flame video. Some of you may know already that I've incarnated with my twin flame. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of stuff. Oh yeah, wait, there was one thing I wanted to do. Let me do this now. 1 second. One moment. I just want to write something in the comment and pin it. One moment. I can't see any of your comments right now. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. Okay. And hey now. Hey. Let me pin this. Okay. Your ears are ringing? Yay! I'm so excited. Okay. Twin flames. Don't we all love twin flames? Does anybody know anything about twin flames before I start and talk about why I'm doing the video? I just want to see how many of you that are watching right now know a little bit about twin flames. See where you're all at. I might be a little delayed. Sometimes my computer is faster than my phone, so I'm going to look at both just in case. Yeah, anybody know anything about twin flames? I know a lot of experience. Oh yeah, Danielle, you know about twin flames. Shayna, awesome. Shayna, I think we've had a conversation about this before. My twin flame is my cousin, but we're not romantic, obviously. Oh my God, Amanda, I hope not. Oh yeah, totally, I love the process. Yeah, it's definitely a process. So I guess I've been called to do this video for a while now. I feel like working at Ascension Next and like this topic coming up at the shop, I always seem to be the one there when this topic comes up because of my experience with it. Also, when I was doing reading night what did I do it last month? 3 readings. 3 readings out of one night. Twin flames were either questioned, brought up. Hi, Veronica. Something was said about twin flames. So I had a 3-year relationship with my twin flame. and I have now been healed. I'm healed from the situation. I've been doing a lot of healing work, a lot of shadow work of the situation for the past 3 years now. It's been a process. It's been definitely something that it's not all fucking candy and roses, you know? Where all these people out there are like, find your twin flame this, and your twin flame that, and fuck you all. You have no fucking idea what twin flame means. If you're sitting there and you're promoting to people to go find them and not telling them how much work it entails, I just don't even know what to say to you, because I don't think that's right. When I first met him, I didn't understand the concept of twin flames that much. It was definitely new to me, but I knew that's what it was, if that makes sense. So the past few months, I've really been called. Even, like, I know you guys know that me and Ashley go to the shop and brainstorm, and sometimes she'll sit there and do her work, and I'll sit there and do my work, and we'll just be in the same place. And one day, she's on the phone, or she was doing a video. I don't know what was going on. But I said to her after she was done, I was like, oh, we gotta do a twin flame video. And she looked at me with this face, and I was like, wait, I need to do a twin flame video. So, here we are. Jessica's here to do a twin flame video. Where do we begin? I have a list. I'm sure I won't follow it. I wrote some things in the bio about, the way I was going to go about this. But live videos never work that way, especially with me. So, holes. What do you mean? A-holes. Yeah, A-holes. Yeah, fucking A-holes, man. Don't tell people that, like, that's the best thing on earth. That's what you're talking about, right? It's like, go find your twin flame. It's the best thing in the world. Fuck a soulmate. I'm here to tell you, if you have your soulmate, keep them. Don't get rid of them because you want to go find your twin flame, unless you're ready for some fucking work. So, over the past few months, I've been getting really strong push to do the video. And even just express my story about it. Like, that needs to be said, I guess. I need to tell my story, because that's the part of learning, is people's stories. So, twin flame. So, when I met my twin flame, I saw his aura. It was gold. Never in my life have I seen anybody's aura except for his. It was very unusual. The situation we were in was not ideal. The meeting. I'm not going to go into wicked specifics, like naming or doing anything like that. There's no need for that. But it was less than ideal. It was definitely in a place of, in my life, when I met him, I was definitely in a place of awakening to a higher level. Shedding my shadow and really embracing my ability. I was reading cards at the time. I was doing meditations. I was doing, I've been doing that for a while. So, and then we met. And we met at a time where I was transitioning. That's a good way to put it. Out of something that I need to completely stay out of. And I didn't notice that until this past year, actually. That's why he intervened at that time. Some of you may understand that, but I'm going to be cryptic with that. So we met. It was instantly knowing. Like, I knew him from another life. I knew all that stuff. Hi, Michelle. How are you? You just knew, I also had this reading when we first got together. And the girl was like, you guys are like Romeo and Juliet. You never end well, but you've been in every single lifetime together. And I was like, oh, I'll prove you wrong. I got so excited because this feeling inside of me, I had no idea what it was. I just knew it was a bond. The dreams I had had in the past, his face was starting to appear in them, like reoccurring dreams. So I was like, there's something about this. So I had the reading, and she was just like, it's not going to end well. You've been in all these lifetimes. It's always been something. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So I kept going. So one thing I want to say is what a twin flame is. A twin flame is not so much, I guess you could say, they're your exact twin. in a sense, the mirror self. So like they completely mirror you. Now, one thing with mirrors, it's a reflection of something that you probably shouldn't be doing, or something that's taking up your life in ways that, how do I say that? It just doesn't serve you, you know? So maybe it's lessons that you've learned before. You start to relearn them because you see them in that mirror. So it's part of your soul's purpose. Yes, I will agree with that. I feel that, and I've done a little research. I don't like to really fully see what other people have to say about it because I understand inside my experience with it. So a twin flame to me, and if you look it up, it's a complete mirror of yourself, and I understand that as like valid proof. Like a half hour ago, I was like, I still have that journal. I have a journal that in the beginning of when me and him met that I would write in all the time. And I opened this journal like a half hour ago. And now, mind you, it says live, laugh, and love on it. Okay? So random. I open it up, and I knew it was from then because I've had it closed ever since then, and it's been with my journals. But as I'm opening it, I'm seeing the things I'm writing were unbelievable. It was about our merging, our connecting, the attracting, because again, there's 7 stages of twin flames, you know? So a twin flame is like your complete mirror. You meet them and it's like, oh my God, I knew you. You've been around forever. Like, we're best friends and all this stuff. So I'm going to take my notes out. Maybe that might help me stay organized. We'll see. But basically, it's like an awakening to your greatest self. So now, why I say it's not the do-all, tell-all is because it's an extreme amount of work. And this I didn't realize when I was in the relationship. When I was in the relationship, I was very, like, shadow self and, like, why is this happening right now? This isn't cool. Like, I know what you got to do, and I know what I want and what I want to do and got to do, or I've done, but it's not working. And I'm like, why is this happening? We're twin flames. Why is this so much work? So that's what I always ask myself. And it was a very great relationship, the first half of it, I would say. And then that's when it started happening. So this is where I'm going to get to the 7 stages. So first we have, the first stage is the search. Now that's when, before me and him met, you know, I was doing something for my soul's purpose. I was helping awaken myself and those around me. I thought, actually, I got attuned to Reiki after. No, because I've been tuned to Reiki for a while now. I think I got an advanced attunement. Something happened after we met, and I know that Ashley attuned me and him together to something, and I don't remember what it was. I don't know if it was just opening us up to the ray of energy. I don't even remember. It was so long ago. But I thought now that I sit back and think about it and picture it, it was so odd. It's the twin flame aspect. So anyways, let me stay focused and get on this. So like the first stage is the search, the unconscious level where you're like preparing, where you're getting ready for that twin flame energy to come in. So energy, so your body has to be advanced, because one thing I do understand that I've researched on is that twin flames only happen in the same lifetime after lifetimes of ascending to a high vibration. So it's a lot of work, because even after you've ascended to a higher vibration, you're coming back choosing to split in 2 to try and raise again, in a sense. Okay, so one thing that happened is that I kept raising, and I know a lot of people, you guys in the spiritual community, you understand that, you know, when you're starting to raise your vibration and others aren't raising it with you, they tend to lag back, and they're not always around forever. It was a little similar to that. But then we get to the second one. So, I have my little notes over here. The awakening, the meet, when your energies merge together within the same space. Some of you may know this. You may have this feeling of, oh my God, I know this person. Like Shayna, it was Shayna, right? You said, Amanda, you said your cousin's your twin flame. You just know. So you guys, it's definitely possible. I mean, it's possible to have, I would think so. I mean, I feel it's definitely possible. I think that we would take turns So maybe in other lifetimes you may have been together, or this is the first time. I also believe that some people don't have twin flames because, like I said, it's only after ascending to such a higher vibration that your soul will split in two, in a sense. Is that you basically are like, okay, this is going to happen and we're going to go do this together. Do you guys have any questions? I feel like I'm rambling. Any questions on what I was just saying? And then I'll go to the third stage. I kind of want to talk a little bit about the second stage, I think. No questions? Bueller. Nothing? Alright, cool. I could just be delayed. Oh, I have a question. We hold the same energy. Both photographers, both artists, both fathers are exactly the same emotionally with the same abuse consciousness causing us to be the adults. Oh, wow. See? Oh my god. Yeah. That's interesting. So me and my twin are both Aries. He was younger than me, but I have a crazy story about something that happened when he was the season he was born and the age I would have been, and the age I was when he was born, I should say. Interesting story. Do twin flames have to be the opposite sex? I don't think so, because on a soul level, I feel souls are souls, and there's not really a sex. It's more of a balance of both. I don't have any questions. LOL. I love you, Shayna. You're so funny. My twin flame is my best friend. I also believe we are actually related in a past life, maybe even twins, or parallel lives always seem to sync. Oh, don't get me started on movie quotes. Bueller. I love you, Danielle. Aaron, yes, I mean, that's definitely possible. Sometimes I feel like relatives from other lifetimes could feel very similar to twin flames. So twin flame energy is very, fiery. It's very magnetic. It's very, and now I'm saying magnetic, not just like this, like think two magnets being constantly drawn together, but also opposing forces pushing you away. That's what I would label a twin flame energy, where you want it so close to you because you're just so taken by it, but then there's also a part of you that pushes you back, that doesn't allow you to fully embrace it. I think that happens a lot with that. Me and my twins' past life are all intertwined. Yeah, I'm sure you're twins, and I'm sure you definitely had other lifetimes together. I mean, I have a friend, we were friends in childhood, who is clearly my sister in another lifetime. We have the same name in this lifetime. It's crazy. Oh, now it's going fast. Me and my twins. She lives in Hawaii. Who lives in Hawaii? Your cousin? Amanda? We've been pushing each other for literally thousands of years. Oh, are you talking to Shayna? I don't know who lives in Hawaii. I want to go to Hawaii. But yeah. So, twin flames. So you guys think you may have, I mean, it's tough. I mean, I've had readings with people. Okay, your cousin lives in Hawaii. That's cool. We should go visit her. It's interesting to me. I don't even know where I was going with that. My phone keeps going off. 1 second. Nope. Alright. Okay. So, regroup. Twin flame talks. So much. Definitely. That's why I labeled it Volume 1, because God only knows how long this is going to be. I'm trying not to make it too long so other people will watch it after it airs. We are both born, Aaron's saying, we are both born same year, same hospital, 10 days apart. I'm May 1st, she's May 11th. Her mother was in the hospital trying to prevent labor the day I was born. Oh my. Yeah, well, maybe. I would think that's a twin flame. So, a funny story. I smell fire. Oh, maybe the herbs are burning on my candle. I hope that's what it was and it wasn't lightning. Why does it smell like fire? Oh, man. That would be really crazy. If there's a fire outside during a twin flame, I smell smoke so bad. I'm like waiting for the smoke alarm to go off. Why is it so strong? It's so interesting. Oh my god. I know. Danielle, I don't understand. Alright, let me see what these... You were talking about opposing forces keeping you apart, so that was like, oh my god, you're on the money. Oh, yeah, yeah. No, straight up, it's keeping you apart. So, like, that goes to the... That's like stage 5, but I'm gonna go with that. I mean, it's like a constant feel like that all the time. Like, you want to be so close, and then you also don't want to be near them sometimes. Maybe. No, I really... Oh, that's true, because I have the psychic scent thing. I'm hoping that's what it is, and no friggin' lightning just caused the roof to catch on fire or something. Because that's how my fucking empathic, crazy brain works sometimes. But anyways... Now that I smell fucking smoke. Anyways, alright, so... That pull, oh my god, the smoke alarm. I don't hear anything! I probably unplugged it because it was annoying. Who knows? My daughter will be screaming. My computer's flickering or passed right in front of my face. Oh, awesome! Yay! Well, I live in an old Victorian house, so God only knows what the fuck is going to be going on in this video. So, and apparently I'm moving things. So, Amy, you'll be seeing me in the same position tomorrow for our runes class on Zoom. If you're interested, let me know. No. So anyways, twin flame. So, the pole, the magnet, where was I besides that? Let's go to crazy brain here too. Yeah, totally crazy brain. I got organite over here and everything. I'm still a little, I don't know where my fluorite is. I don't have my, I can't reach it. I'm not getting it. So anyways, yeah. So, the second stage is the awakening. The meet, I spoke a little bit about the meet. It was such an odd meeting. 2 weeks before I met him, my grandfather died. And I'm gonna get all that laughter out of you guys. And it's okay, because he's like really prominent for me on the other side. Something happened after I left my twin too that he validated also. Danielle said, I'm happy to come over and grace you with another Bruce Almighty moment if necessary. Oh my god, that's so amazing. I'm not even gonna say it. You know, God, that was great. The things that happen in Vermont stay in Vermont. That was fucking great. Oh my god, that was so funny. Smoke alarm. I got it now that you say that. You guys have no idea. I really just want to say it. But that'll get off the subject. So, it was definitely fiery. Danielle made the fire alarm go off. That's all I'm saying. I can't take it. It was the best. Bruce. Certain people, when you see Danielle now, call her Bruce. Just say, Bruce, Bruce. She'll get it. She'll laugh. So yeah. So twin flames. So the second stage is the awakening, the meet. So your grandfather, Shayna said, my grandfather is just as strong from the other side too. He's leading shit. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And my grandfather was like 45 years in Roman Catholic Church choir, like church every week, twice a week, you know? And, like, he's there. Like, he comes through table tipping, pushing the table across the room. And he wants to talk to every medium that's in front of me, even if I'm not getting a reading. He's just like, hey, I'm here. Knocking on the freaking, on everybody's head. Like, hey, I want to talk. Give her a message for me. She is a fiery woman. Yes. Yeah, but if you were fucking there, oh my god, it was so amazing. She was so scared that it was a fire. She had just gotten out of the shower, and the hotel people said that the smoke alarm goes off if there's too much like heat in the bathroom when you open the door. We didn't know that. So Danielle comes out to grab something in a towel, and then all of a sudden she's got all her stuff in her hand. All of a sudden the smoke alarm starts going off. And she's going, oh my god, oh my god, and then she just throws it. I'm getting naked! did! Throws everything off and puts clothes on to run out of the hotel room because we thought that everything was on fire and we had to evacuate. But none of that happened. And it was hysterically funny. I saw nothing. I have mom eyes, so I look above people when that happens. But it's still hysterically funny. And I'm sorry if you didn't want me to tell that story. I did. So anyways, yes, mine is so strong and brags about how powerful he is. Yeah, mine does that too. He really does so much too. He makes me do things. Like, he made things happen. And I feel like he made me meet my twin flame. Not that he made me do it, but I feel like maybe, like, the gold I saw was him. You know? It's a good way to look at it. Because when I met my twin flame, there was all gold around him. Never in my life have I ever seen anybody's aura. And there was all gold around him. Like, literally, like, about that much. Just, like, that much. All gold. It was so intense. It was so wild. It's probably my fucking grandfather. Like, hey, look at this dude. He's cool. Fucking younger than you. He was 6 years younger than me. And I was like, alright, cool. Got it. I still got it. But, and there's people, you know, and I'm sorry if I'm like, I have shorts on. I'm not like wearing a dress and pulling it up. He like, I don't even remember. Oh, if you've seen a picture of me and him, like the first picture ever taken of me and him. Oh my God. I don't even know how, but we both look identical. And neither of us look alike. But in this picture, we looked like fucking twins. Same smile, like big cheese. Like we have, the eyes are exactly the same. And at the time I had bangs and like thick bangs and like highlights, but not like this. Like just light highlights. Fucking twins. See, Danielle, you know. Amy, I'll send you. Oh, I don't even know. I think I deleted it just because I didn't want the energy in my phone. Hi, Tisha. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. And I think I'm looking better now, and he's slacking a little, but that's an energy thing. I'm not going to get into that. But anyways, so the meeting. We met after my grandfather died. I'm seeing comments, and I don't know why. Here we go. I'm not posting that picture, because then people will see it. Margaret, you met him before, but I'm not refreshing your memory. Margaret, when did I call you that? Maggie, you met him. We did a meditation once. I think it was during the goddess groups that we went to. I brought him with me. He actually did a lot of work in the old shop. Because he's very industrious like me. Because we're like twins. He works with concrete. But I work with wood. So, and I work with a lot of fire. So yeah. So, the second stage, the first stage, the search, the unconscious leveling up of your soul, your purpose to get to where you should be when you meet your twin flame. Or like, it's like a stage, a degree in karate. You know what I mean? You get so far and then you're preparing. And if your twin flame is incarnated in the same lifetime, there is definitely a very big chance that you will meet. Sometimes I feel like you only will meet when it's detrimental to your growth process. So like the scenario I was in before meeting him was not good. My mentality was different. The things I did was like, if you know the old me and now me now, you know that. But the old me, like, you have no idea. And a lot of people are dead and can't tell that story. So, anyways, I met him after 7 years of something that I brought out longer than I should have. And then we met, and we clicked, and we were kind of inseparable for a while. So that's the second stage, the awakening, the meeting. I swear my grandfather made me see gold around him, and so we'd meet. And then, it was very intense. It was very, very intense. It was quick. Even like I said before the video, I found the journal I would write in when we met. So I realized that I was writing the meeting of the twin flame. Before I even wrote twin flame or experienced twin flame in any way, I was writing things. I was like, I'm reading this like an hour ago. I was like, oh my God. What the fuck? Like, I'm talking about... There's gotta be one that I can read to you guys. Do you guys want to hear one of them? Because I feel like it's really fucking intense. It may not mean anything to you, but to me, it's describing the meeting of the twin flame, the work that twin flames have to do, why the twin flames are together. It's like, it's totally, and I have a whole book on after I left and releasing everything from that. So always pay attention when you're writing stuff, even if it doesn't make sense to you then. Go back and look at it, because journaling seriously just opens your brain to, like, levels of healing you won't even understand. So yes, you want to hear something? Let's see. Where's the one that I was really like, what the fuck? Oh, okay. And then I noticed how I scribbled this weird doodle, and it looks like two faces. Like twins. Okay, so this is a good aspect. Maybe I should save this for after, because I feel like... Okay, so this is going to be stage 5, and I'll read that. Let me find one for now. Like the meeting. Because I'm just going to go by the 7 stages and then go with my experience. That'll probably help everybody, right? And the first thing I wrote in this journal was the definition of the chakras. Imagine that. I'm nervous right now because this is like my personal stuff, and I don't read stuff like this. And I kept mentioning fire and everything. Fire. So I'm unconsciously, you know, I wasn't even at the preparing. Like, we had already met. Because this is May. Yeah, so we had already met. This was like right after we met. And I'm even talking, oh my God. Okay, this is a good one. I wrote this at 12:51 in the morning in May of 2013. And this was after we met. I don't know how that looks in there, so I don't know. Alright. It says, into the unknown, first fresh breath. Awaken what's true, the need for you. Balance within to balance without. Unhinge old thoughts, make them surface. For the truth be told, the unknown always seen, the only first sight, that is love. I was like, what the fuck? The balance within and the balance without. That's what I want to focus on in this. That's okay. You can go back and watch it, Phaedra. I'm sorry. You got to make sure you're following the page, too. Not just liking. I guess if you follow, it gives you the notification. If you just like, you just see it in the timeline. So, into the unknown was the first fucking line. First fresh breath. Okay? To me, that resembles what happens when twin flames are separated. When that one soul is separated in two. Take a deep breath and you're separated. That's what that resonates with me. Second line, third line, awaken what's true. A need for you. So I needed him because I needed to balance within to balance without. So what twin flames do, it's the work that needs to be put in. So twin flames literally shake shit up. They're not like puppies and candy and rainbows. It's nothing like that. It's shadow work at its fucking finest. After leaving my twin flame, I ignited my shamanic death. Shamanic death is breaking down the layers of yourself that do not serve you, that are not you, that are not your truth. The shit was hard, rough, rugged, and raw. This shit was no joke. So all you people out there promoting twin flames and saying, oh my God, go find your twin flame. Oh my God, all you gotta do is find your twin flame. This is what I fucking give you. A big fuck you. Stop leading people down the wrong fucking path. And all you motherfuckers need to stop drinking the twin flame juice. That's what I'm gonna say. Because unless you're ready for some fucking real deal work, don't do it. And I'm not talking about just you doing the work. You both have to do the work. Because if both of us were doing the work, me and him would probably still be together. But he is not doing the work. He is still not doing the work. And I can see that. I can see that in the synchronicities of the messages I receive. every single time I level up, every single time I get to another level of consciousness, every single time I do something for my true self, he tries to contact me. Every time I try and cut cords of attachment from the twin flame energy, he contacts me. Every time I literally reprogram my brain to, in a sense, like, I don't know, there was a point in time where, like, it's been 3 years, and I tried to go on a date a few times. I wasn't ready for that shit. It was a lot of fucking work. Not only just being with him, but after being with him, it was a lot of work. You think shadow work's a lot of work. Twin flame shadow work's real fucking hard, and especially if the other person's not doing the fucking work. It's like, okay, I can't wait around anymore. I'm not gonna wait around. I walked out for a reason, because it wasn't healthy for me anymore. It wasn't a good thing. I forgot to share this on my regular page, so let me do that really quick, and then I'll read your comment, Danielle, because I want to see if I can get more people in on this conversation. Oh, if you like it, like the video, share the video. I'm going to start doing more videos. Let me see. On my timeline. Alright, so. Okay, Danielle said, we all want to believe that there is a fairy tale happy ending out there for us, and we immediately believe that soulmates and twin flames are the answer to that. But that mindset is very... Whoa, I gotta stop reading on here. Let me read it in here, so I might be able to see it better. But that mindset is so very wrong. Yes, Danielle, that mindset is very wrong. You shouldn't, first of all, you shouldn't be striving to find your soulmate. You shouldn't be striving to find your twin flame. You should be striving to find yourself. You should love yourself. You should express yourself. You should expand yourself in other ways that you've never done before. Fuck finding your other half. You don't need to. You're whole. Make yourself whole. Be you, the true you. So, like, that was another thing. I'm not at that section yet, so I'm going to wait on that. But, because I have this whole thing lined up. I'm going to try and do it organized because I'm going to be doing more of this stuff. So we were on the awakening, the meet. So then we get to stage 3 of twin flames. And this is like the stages of grief. It's straight up, man. Shit is rugged. Crazy. So stage 3, the testing, the boundaries, the limit, pushing the limits. So this is like after the honeymoon stage. This is after, like, oh my god, we're twin flames. Like, I have pictures with hearts around them. I was pulling the Lover's card all the time, and you know what's real fucking weird? Is the tarot deck I was using at the time, the Lover's card in that deck literally says twin flames on it. And it would pull all the time. I'd say pull a card. I'd shuffle them. I'd be like, alright, you pull one. Twin flame. Universe trying to tell us on. And he's like, oh my god. Like, he believed it. But then, like, when all this stuff would come around and, like, more synchronicities would happen, he'd be fucking scared. He hated it. His family liked it. They understood it, like the spiritual stuff I did and the magic stuff I did. Phaedra, you said you agree with Nell. So many people think it will make everything in their lives bliss till it all falls into place. And yeah, it's super easy. Well, I'm going to say it all falls into place and gets super fucking messy. That's what I'm going to say. And I'm just saying that because I've been with my twin flame. I know it's my twin flame. I've had multiple readings about him being my twin flame. I've had validation through table tipping. I've had, like, visual, like, straight up, I don't even know what the word to use for it. Because I'll get into the synchronicities that have been happening in the last couple weeks, too. So, like I said, every time I up a level, he tries to come in. Every time I try, like, something good happens, he tries to come in. And then, all those other times, it was like I wasn't doing enough work to get out of that, So, alright, what did Tisha say? The twin flame last year for me was messed up. I'm over that shit. Well, that's the thing. Sometimes lessons aren't always our twin flame. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to tell you, we get when I sit back and look at it, and I'm looking at a picture right now. So like when I sit back and look at energies I could have mistaken for a twin flame, if I had known about twin flames then, I probably would have thought a couple of them were just gonna, I mean, I haven't been with a lot of people, but I'm saying like even somebody that I dated when I was younger who isn't living anymore, who I always say is the one that got away, and I'll never have another chance with. I could totally consider him my twin flame, you know? But he's not. He definitely helped me from the other side when I was with my twin flame. Phaedra. I mean, that's what people would think if you were to meet their twin flame or soulmate. Yeah, they think it's going to be easy. I thought it was going to be easy. I was like, oh my god, I found my twin flame. He's my twin flame. Oh my god, we're gonna be all of everything. And then some, you know? And my daughter's 17. I was a single mom. I was in a relationship for a very long time before my twin flame, but he was not, like, he was in her life, but I always kept him separate from her because I was a single mom who was, like, very, you know, I was in a rough place, like, and I didn't want to bring anybody close regardless of how close they were to me. So the twin flame was, like, the first real figure in her life, in a sense. And I know there's some karmic stuff that she's clearing from that, too. Maggie, you said visions. What do you mean? Can you elaborate that a little bit for me, please? You said visions. Have I had visions? I don't get what you mean by that. Can you elaborate, please? Visions. I have visions still of my twin flame. So, like, I'll be doing things, and his, well, okay, I have something more towards a little later in the video of something that's been going on with me recently. But so let's go back to, until Maggie comments on that, I want to go back to, so testing the limits, the boundaries. That's stage 3. Maggie says, when you were in the twin flame, did you have visions? Did I have visions? Oh, I had way more than visions. Everything was activating. So many things were activating. There was a lot. There was so much more on a whole nother level. I can't even get that personal with. What is stronger, your soulmate or twin flame? So, but yes, Maggie, I did have visions when I was with him. I did a lot of astral projection and actually acknowledging it and doing it. I did a lot more of the protection work that I do now. That's when I began it, because after being in a relationship with him for a little while, it was like almost like the spiritual stuff ceased to exist. Like it didn't exist. It was like I had to put it on the back burner to illuminate the twin. But I'll get into that. Veronica, you said, what is stronger, soulmate or twin flame? So what I said in the beginning, I don't know if you've been on since the beginning, but twin flames, after like the soul is ascended at to a certain point, the soul splits into two, this creating the perfect mirror. Now, soulmates, I don't consider a mirror. I would look at soulmates as like a lighter and a cigarette. Twin flames, 2 lighters. You know? They're both very strong. One's more... When I look back and being an empath and like feeling the energies that I feel, the feelings I had then, it was totally like fire and igniting and all that stuff, but it wasn't nurturing and loving. Like there was love, there was nurturing on ends, and you know, when it could be reciprocated in a sense. If you're friends with me on Facebook, you saw my memory today about losing love for yourself because of being unappreciated, and that was totally directed towards my twin flame. Let me see. So, I mean, I think there's, like, a strong feeling for both, but it's what you, like, it's like the twin flame energy is, like, it's so strong, I love it, but I know it's bad for me, if that kind of makes sense. And then the soulmate's like, oh, okay, you're really good for me, I really like your company, I like being around you. But our brains are like, no, I want the bad thing, you know? to an extent. I mean, there's twin flames that have done so much work in past lifetimes that they can actually be together because they're doing the work in this lifetime. So let's get back to the testing the limits and the boundaries. So if you can get through this stage, you could, like, I don't know, you could live happily ever after, I guess. But there's such a falsified depiction of the twin flame energy that it's leaving people questioning everybody they meet. And it's like, come on. And what I want people to understand, if you think somebody is your twin flame, if you have this feeling that they may be your twin flame, please think about it and even write it down. What are the triggers? Like, what are the things that are making me, I don't know if triggers is the right word. So, like, what do I see in them that is a lesson that I may have already learned, or a lesson that I've been trying to learn and I haven't gone back to and fully learned? Or something that really made you value. So, like, a lot with my twin flame was, like, I was seeing things in him that I would do years before I met him, that I thought I was totally, like, done and over with, but he was showing me why they were so bad, if that makes sense. I used to be very angry. He was very angry, and I was very submissive about it. Yeah. I don't want to get into that. So, Amy, the twin flame is more intense energy, literally the fire. Seriously, it's the fire. Like, it's two fires rubbing together. It's two fires trying to fight for the same oxygen. That was another issue. So now we're on the lesson, what is it? Stage 3, the testing the limits, setting the boundaries. If these boundaries aren't set, there's just going to be more chaos in the fire. There's going to be just, you know, with me and him, and we're both Aries, so you know what Aries are. They're fucking dominating. They're Rams. They push forward. They want to be the one in control. They want to be the one laying down Thor's fucking hammer. And the problem with me and him was that we both wanted to fucking throw that hammer, and there was only enough room for one of us at that time, because neither of us knew how to set boundaries without pushing the limits too far. So, like, he would push the limits too far, and then I would push the limits in a far way that was softer, but just as far. We disagreed a lot. We both needed to be in you know, in the forefront, in a sense, and it was very hard, you know. He grew up very, you know, I was very domesticated in that relationship, which I have nothing wrong with doing that. You know, my daughter's 17. I've been doing things for a long time. But this was, like, a lot of, like, he was my child, too. That's not right. But anyways, it was a lot of lessons. A lot of what I saw in him was things I did myself. So mirrors. Straight up mirrors. So now seeing all this, it made me value the people that are still around me and still communicating with me and still care about me after the person I was then. And then seeing how it was so hard for him to understand how that wasn't a good place, if that makes sense to all of you. So the setting the limits and the boundaries. We didn't get through that part. It was very hard. We did have a very volatile relationship. But I'll tell you right now, if me and him never were romantic, we'd be best friends. So if you have a best friend that you feel is your twin flame, keep him your best friend. It doesn't matter if they're the same sex. If you really believe they're your twin flame, then go with it, man. There's a part of me, and my heart just got real funny, so I guess I can't think like that. But there's a part of me that was just like, nope, I can't even say that because I can't take that back. So I'm not even going to say it. If we were ever friends, that's what it would be. We'd be best friends. But that's not how it happened. So, stage 3, testing limits and boundaries. So, this is the little thing. If you were here before, I read a little something about when we met. And then I said that there was this one, I was just like, oh my fucking God. And I drew a little doodle. And it literally has an infinity symbol in it. And can you see that? It looks like two faces. Like twins. Two side profile faces. What the fuck is that? I'm sitting here looking in this journal. I was like, oh my God. And then this is the part. This was the time frame where the testing of the limits, the boundaries, right before stage 4, which I'll get to after I read this. And I literally just wrote, I'll read it to you. But I don't know if you guys ever wrote poems. You wrote a word up and down, and then you wrote, words across with each letter. I don't remember what kind of poem that is. But I wrote selfish and selfless. Okay? After I wrote anger waves, lies create. Terrible thoughts, trust gone. And then I wrote selfish and selfless. And then I started listing words. And then seeing this little doodle, I'm like, oh my God. That was the limit stage. That was like boundaries not being set. This is the problems that I'm seeing right now, and I'm not getting an equal compensation of this energy. Like, there's no even exchange of energy there. And again, I put a PayPal link. If you guys feel called to donate, please donate. But I wrote selfish, I wrote spiteful, egotistical, lacking love, fake, insulting, sadistic, hate. Okay? And to me, this represents his energy during this time. And then the selfless represented my energy at that time. Sensitive, exhausted, loving, frustrated, lonely, endless, scared, sad. Okay? This was the stage, this was the period of the testing the limits, the boundaries, right before we get to stage 4, which is the crisis, they call it. The separation. Okay, oh my God, my whole thing just paused because Google Docs did something weird on my phone. So, again, I'm going to go with the words selfish, representing my twin flame, selfless, representing myself during this time of the 3rd stage, testing the limits and setting boundaries. Spiteful, egotistical, lacking love, fake, insulting, sadistic, hate. This is how I wrote out the words representing selfish, which to me represented him. And then selfless, sensitive, exhausted, loving, frustrated, lonely, endless, scared, and sad. So this was the point of, this was where, right before the separation. This was where all the problems were happening, the crisis, the chaos. We weren't able to set boundaries and be an equal partnership. It was always, more than that, It was me giving too much, him not giving enough, and I'm not just saying this as a scolded person. I say this as someone who's done a lot of spiritual work and can see the lack of spiritual work being done to help, that he's not doing to help himself heal. So something I learned, so the separation, the leaving, I left. I couldn't take it anymore. It was very, like I said, volatile. It was not healthy. It was something that if I was to stay there, God only knows where my daughter's karma would be right now. Because I believe by me leaving, it taught her something that kept her strong and got her to make very wise decisions in the love department. Because again, I was a young mom. I was pregnant at 17. My daughter's 17 now. We've totally been breaking that karma, and I think a lot of it was from me leaving my twin flame. So, the crisis, the separation. So that was after all the volatile stuff. I just knew it had to happen. It wasn't going to happen unless I did it. After that stage, the crisis stage, and it's either, you separate to get better or you separate to separate. And it was to separate to separate. Some of you may separate, like they say, let something go, it may come back. And I get the question all the time. People are like, do you think you'll ever be with your twin flame again? And I look them dead in their face and I say, no. Because that would be unethical. And that's the only way I can explain it. Because it would not be right. I, as a physical person, and all the work I've done on myself and self-love, I could never bring myself to be with him again. Never. And the people who know who he is understand that. That's just, no. No. Because then it'd be like Jennifer Lopez and Enough, and I'd be fucking killing people. Just saying. If you got that. So, no twin flame for me in my future. I have connected with his soul, his higher self, because I do a lot of meditation work and I do a lot of journeying. I am a seer, so I do trance work. I do astral projection, so I do connect with the twin flame energy. And like I said before, every time I level up, his energy comes in. Either he's messaging me in Messenger. I mean, I could block him. He still finds a way to contact me. Or it's fucking, I made this fucking event. I made this event a few weeks ago. His mom shared a memory on my Facebook. Literally 3 minutes after I posted it. And I have no hatred. Like, I'm not an asshole. Like, I'm still cool with people. But, the synchronicities? Hello? Like, that was fucking... I was like, okay, I'm supposed to be doing this shit then. So after the separation, we're going to get to stage 5. Stage 5 is the running, the chasing. This is a common thing with twin flames. One's a runner, one's a chaser. Let's take a little poll. Which one do you think happened? Who was chasing? Who was running? He was running. I was chasing. Because I didn't know what to do. All these energies, everything that was going on. It was intense. It was crazy. And I went through like a year and a half. He'd call, I'd fucking run. I didn't know what to do because I didn't know what it was. It was twin flame energy and it was so intense and so magnetic. Like, even though it was so wrong, like I said before, you're like, what's the difference between soulmates? Like, is soulmates stronger than twin flames? The twin flame is like the bad boy you want to get on the motorcycle with. And then the soulmate is the good guy with the nice car and the dog and, all that good fucking stuff. So, I'm going to put it like that for all you women out there looking for your twin flames. He's the bad boy your mom doesn't want you with. But, yeah. So, the running, the chasing. And then the role switch. Because I'm the runner now. Bitch, I be running. I be cycling too. I go to the gym a lot. There's another story for that. The runner and the chaser. So now the roles have reversed. And instead of being the chaser after we separated, I am now the runner. And I'm running away from it, and he's chasing towards me in ways. Like I said, every time I rise up a level or disconnect from that energy or reprogram the twin flame energy, because that is something I believe can happen, and I've been doing it. Because every time I'd be sitting there thinking, and then, bow, he pops in my head, because ESP happens with twin flames like you wouldn't believe. Like a mother's intuition. You know something's wrong with your kid, you just know. Twin flame, same shit. Like when I was with him, I would be home, he'd be out with his friends, and I'd be like nervous because he would be drinking, and I'd be like, oh God, I hope he's alright, I hope he's alright. And then in my head I'd be like, please come home, please come home. I'd just be thinking about it, watching TV, the kids are asleep. And then he'd come home. Or he'd call me and be like, I'm coming home. It was crazy. Because there's ESP there. There's a connection there. So if you guys are curious, is this person my twin flame? Try that out. That telekinesis shit works. Like telekinetic. He didn't even realize it half the time. And I'd be like, oh my God. And I've even gotten messages over the last few years from him like, oh, what the fuck, this shit happened? You were so right. Or remember this was it, Like he's seeing it. He sees it now. He even said to me he learned a lot from me. And that's great. If you can take that, I'd fucking love that. Do better from what happened with us. That's the one thing I want him to do. Don't repeat your fucking mistakes. That was something I learned by being with him. I'm not repeating my mistakes. I'm not going to be that person again. I'm not going to be the fucking mean baladi because some of you people know who I am like that, Michelle. So wait, whose comment is first? Amy, oh my God, I'll have to share something about that with you tomorrow. Okay, awesome. We might have a longer than a 2-hour call. So Michelle, you said in 2004 I met what was my twin flame. I had no idea that's what he was. Everywhere I went, people would ask if we were twins. We looked alike. He wasn't good for me. I was with him for 5 years. I had such a hard time leaving him. I had to be with him all the time. Oh, my head is fucking vibrating right now. Michelle, you're so on point with that. That's exactly what it is. It's so insane. Oh my God. You said, Michelle also said, I'm saying this out loud because I'm going to upload this to YouTube afterwards. That's crazy. I had the same thing happen to me. I would think of him and he would call me. Yes, and it still fucking happens. So like, all right, so I'm doing all this crazy like clearing. So like honestly, I'm gonna be straight up and real. Like I couldn't even satisfy myself without his fucking face popping up. I'm not gonna go find some fucking, you know what I mean? The point is, twin flame energies come in even when you don't want them to. It's really fucked up. It's really fucked up. And there's a lot of work that needs to be done. Even like, I mean, I feel like we're going to be doing this kind of work for a while, Michelle. But where are we on stages? So running, the chasing, now I'm the runner. So stage 6, accepting. So you're accepting it. You're accepting in either being together or you're accepting in being apart. It's accepting the scenario. It's not holding hate towards it. I'm finally like, you know, at that. I'm a little past that place. I want to say, yeah, I'm definitely past that place because I want to say I'm a little past stage 7 because I want to say that these stages are inevitable, like endless. I want to say because work can always be done regardless of being with your twin flame or not. So the basic 7 stages, I would extend them to more the more work you do. You don't do the work, there's no more stages. So stage 6, accepting. You know, you surrender. You're like, okay, I'm done. Enough is enough. I'm not going to chase anymore. I'm not going to run anymore. Like, you're just kind of like, it is what it is. And then stage 7 is the reunion, the learning. So on with stage 7, and I wanted to quote on the reunion. So that's like, oh no, what just happened? My Instagram closed out. Don't fuck up my Facebook. Oh, I don't know what's going on with this weather. It's not even raining anymore. My phone's being weird. So the reunion. So that's like when the souls start to understand. So you're either together and you're happy because you understood that you had to do the work. So now one thing I mainly learned, and that was the like one of the main problems of the twin flame relationship for myself in my twin flame relationship is that I was supposed to embody more of the masculine energy and he needed to embody more of the feminine energy. What the problem was is that he was suppressing my masculine, making me only be feminine, and he was denying his feminine, trying to only overpower with the masculine, because I carry a lot of masculine energy, and I don't think he liked that much. And I'm sure there's a part of him that did and appreciated it, but it's going to make any guy feel a little inferior, I would think, right? Like, some guys are like that. I hope that's not everybody, because I can't help it. I have masculine energy. He taught me a lot, but that's one thing I did see, and I mean, he's about to have his third, I think he just had his third daughter, I'm just going to put it like that. So the feminine energy is not going anywhere for him for a long time. And I'm embodying the masculine. I'm starting my woodworking stuff. I'm like, you know, workplace is going to be happening, like machines are going to be happening. And granted, if we were to be able to like create boundaries and set, we'd probably have a workshop together. I wouldn't put it past it. But because of that lack of balance on both parts, it didn't happen. And I'm okay with that. So the reunion, the souls, like I connect with his higher self in the astral plane. Michelle said, oh my God, I swear this sounds like my story, because you have a twin flame story, because real twin flames are a lot of work, and you get that. Like, I mean, I still, like, people ask me, like, I think maybe if you do enough work in lifetimes, you can finally be with your twin flame, but there's a part of me that doesn't believe that's what twin flames do. Like, I kind of believe that twin flames literally, like, incarnate for the lessons and, like, just to keep learning the lessons, because, like, I mean, life's not a fucking fairy tale. I think you'll be more happy with your soulmate. That's just something I personally believe. But, so, with the twin flame, so I've been connecting on the astral plane with my twin flame. And it's like, and I even said it to Danielle and Ashley, I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous. Like, everything I fucking do, like, I'm trying to do this, bow, right in my head. I'm trying to do this, oh, in my news feed, here's a video from this one and that one, and I'm seeing it. Oh, I'm trying to do this, cut this cord, bow, he's in my messenger. Then a scenario happened a few months back, and I thanked him. I sent him a message back. He had sent me something asking how my daughter was, and I was just like, I'm not saying anything. not responding. I'm not messaging you back. I don't give a fuck. And then this crazy thing happened. And I was like, oh my God. If I was never with him, that could have been me. That could have been me. Thank fucking God it's not. All the pain and the trouble and the stuff, the lessons and everything I learned and the disconnect. It was so weird when that scenario happened. I'm not going to say what it is. But when that scenario happened, I was like, oh my God, like I felt like I needed to reconnect with him because of that. So I messaged him and I was like, thank you for this. He knew what happened. I mean, a lot of you probably know what I'm talking about, but again, I don't want to say that on here. If you do, please do not. But he's like, you know, I learned a lot, and that's when he said, I learned a lot from you too. Thank you. And I mean, of course he asked if we could hang out, but I'm not going to fall into that either because I know that's not the right thing to do because it doesn't mean merging our energies in a sense or in syncing our energies doesn't mean we have to be in the same physical place. Just the communication has to happen. It doesn't have to be like that. So that situation happened a few months back, and I thanked him. And I was like, thank you for that, you know. You may not even realize how much that is. It's a big thing you did. So, like, all that understanding and the learning happened. That was stage 7. Like, I understood. Danielle, you said every time. I don't know, I'm talking so fast, I can just feel my channel open, like, really high right now. But yeah, every time, because I said something about you. Every time I try and, like, his energy comes in. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. But so, the other day I messaged her and Ashley, we were in this group message together, and I was like, okay, this is really weird. And I don't know if this is weird, but I have to say it. So I've been going to the gym lately. It's something new I've been doing. Did a photo shoot with Amanda. I don't know if she's on here anymore. But, you know, you do photo shoots, you get insecure. You're like, oh, that's how I look on camera? Oh, okay. So now I go to the gym. I mean, I wasn't opposed to it before, but I never made time for it. I was always like, I gotta go to the gym. I gotta go. No, now I'm fucking going to the gym. I had a job before, part-time, also when I was working at the shop that helped me, like, stay fit. But now I'm not doing that, so I need to go to the gym. So I go to the gym. And actually, it started because my daughter got in free because she's a high school student. They give them a free thing. So I go and we meet her friend and we sign them up. And we walk in. And I noticed right the fuck away. I was like, what? Who is that person behind the counter? And I walk up. And the way it happened is I went to the girl to sign in my daughter. And then her friend went to him. And the whole time, I'm like, inside, I'm like, my heart's palpitating. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta look at this person. And I knew it wasn't him. But it was so fucking freaky because the guy at the gym is my twin flame's doppelganger. Like, I'm not even fucking kidding you. He is my doppelganger. My twin flame's doppelganger. He's a little taller and his ears, like, are a little bit more out. Other than that, hairline, everything, face, build, all of it. To a T, the fucking same. So I was like, yo. Every time I go to the gym, I feel like I'm reprogramming my brain to accept the twin flame energy without visually seeing my twin flame. Does that make sense to anybody? Does that sound too fucking crazy? Because apparently I do crazy things. Ashley's boyfriend Adam called me one day and was like, can you pull runes? And I'm like, no, I'm walking in the store. I can't pull runes. And for some reason, and I don't know if it's because he's like from Kentucky or whatever, but for some reason, he thought I said I was walking into the sewer. And I go, what the fuck? And they both really believed it, because he told Ashley about it, and she's like, I don't know, I thought you were like looking for something. You always like go pick stuff in the woods and I'm like, oh, okay, thanks. I look like a person that'll go do that. But anyways, so I have weird ways about me. Nope, not crazy at all. Yeah, so every time I go to the gym, it's so fucking freaky. And this kid's probably younger, too. So it's so fucking freaky that he looks dead like him. And I dead fucking like him. Like, I can't wait to take Ashley or somebody to the gym and be like, look it! Like, it's even my daughter was like, yeah, he does. That's creepy. It's weird. But his energy is not like my twin flame. His energy is very nice, comforting, and like calm. Where my twin flame's energy is very fiery and like feisty, and like he's like on his toes, ready to go all the time. So it was so weird that it was like he's a fucking doppelganger. So now every time and it's weird because like literally every time I go to the gym, he's working. It's not like, you know, and I'll go random weird times. Like I don't always go the same time because of my schedule. And I'm like, okay. And I don't feel like romantically connected to him, anything like that. I'm not saying that. But he's literally reprogramming my brain to feel the twin flame energy without visualizing my twin flame. It's so crazy, and he so came in at the right time. And I think I made this event after this had first happened. Are you a Pisces? Nope. Want to take a guess? I said it before. I'm an Aries. My sun sign is an Aries. My moon sign is not an Aries. I also mask as a Gemini, so you could be seeing that maybe. That's what I was told. Whatever, my ascending's Gemini maybe? I don't know. I'm not an astrologist. I was listening to the Leo King though earlier, and he was like, oh, you gotta like walk your truth, man. You know, you gotta watch him. He's cool. But it made I was getting nervous before this call, and I was like, and Danielle and Ashley were like, stop it. You know all this stuff. You fucking lived and breathed it. I'm like, yeah, but I'm nervous. And I'm used to doing videos with Ashley. It's easy to ping pong off somebody, but clearly I'm doing it right. Yeah, it was very validating to stand my truth about this. So, yeah, so twin flame energy, it's not all what it's cracked up to be. So, yeah, the guy at the gym is definitely reprogramming my visual cortex of my twin flame. And it's not that I'm seeing him. It's like I see, because I feel the twin flame energy, which it's different than his physical body, like his physical energy in this planet. And his higher self energy is not like his physical incarnation at all, because he's not connected to his higher self. Not at all. Like I know that, and it's been a few years, and he's still not, because it's hard to explain. It feels like his higher self is a lot stronger than the energy of his physical body, but because of my like my memory, I have like photographic memory sometimes, so feelings will quickly create visuals because I'm a seer. So like I can feel something and immediately have a picture of it, and I can remember something just by the visual of it. So it was very hard for me to get over the fact of even just connecting to that energy and not seeing his face, until I went to the gym, and the guy at the gym is this fucking doppelganger with different energy. Actually, his energy resonates more with his higher self, so that's pretty cool. So that was something that happened with the synchronicities. And what was it, last week? I think it was last week. Literally, I think the day after I was telling them about that scenario, he messaged me. Oh, hey, I hope you had a good 4th and everything's going well. And I'm like, what? I know it happened. It happened in the middle of something. It happened I don't know what I was doing. I just remember, I think I was working. I don't know what I was doing. I know I screenshotted it in the notification bar and sent it to Danielle and Ashley and was like, what the fuck? Like, why is he messaging me right now? And, it was what? The 4th was a couple weeks ago. It's only the 17th. Because I was getting ready for this video. So I'm upping my energy. I'm leveling up. And his energy, his higher self is like, oh, but let me message her. Because he's thinking his soul is being affected by that. Every time I'm leveling up, his soul's being affected. And he's reaching out like, thinking he wants to hang out with me, or just even trying to say hi. Because his energy is starting to slowly go. You're crazy, Daniel. Yeah, basically. It wants to match me, but he doesn't get it. You know? And I feel like I've said something in the past. He just doesn't get it. You know? It's not his lifetime, I guess. I don't know. There was other lifetimes with me and him. It was very... One lifetime he was like an old man eating soup, and I was like a slave girl. Some real shit happens with twin flames and incarnating with them, man. It's no joke. I mean, if you don't believe in incarnations, get the fuck off this video right now, because we're talking about twin flames. And So that's another story I wanted to get to before we ended this call. So what had happened? Oh, so okay. So we're both Aries. I'm going to tell this story. I think this is the last story I'm going to tell. So, like, the guy at the gym, he's reprogramming my visual cortex of my twin flame. But now, what had happened around his birthday that just passed? His birthday's in March, mine's in April. So, I'm like, I had this weird, phenomenal day. Like, I woke up, and I was like, oh my god, I feel so amazing right now. And, like, all this stuff, I don't even understand why. I feel great right now. And then I'm like, oh shit! I looked at the date, and I was like, oh my god, it's his fucking birthday. And the wheels of my brain started fucking moving, and I was like, oh my god. Because now, back to the beginning of my video, when I was like, I had a reading when I first got with him, and they were like, oh, sorry, I'm stuck on my chair. I had a reading when I first got with my twin flame, and they were like, oh, you've been in every lifetime together, it always ends badly, blah, 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 you're like Romeo and Juliet, all this shit. During that reading, I don't know if it was during that reading, but it was definitely the same person that told me this. I don't think it was during that reading. I think it was during an IET session. Yeah, I think that's what it was. So, this woman, actually Ashley was there when this happened. This girl goes, starts talking about something that happened to me when I was a kid. And I'll get back to the whole thing that happened with his birthday that just passed. So she starts telling me the story about something that happened when I was a kid. And I had never told that story. Only a few people know about that story. I was younger, and I was riding my bike, and my dad was on his bike, and my brother had his bike, and we were down at the bottom of the hill, and there was a four-way cross light, and they were at the light, and I was like a few cars, like the cars were stopped at the red light, and I was a few cars back, and I was like, oh, fuck it. I don't know why. I was like, but I vividly remember thinking, oh, fuck it, I'm just going to cross right here. Fuck walking up there and crossing with my brother and my dad. Well, what I didn't know, because I was a little fucking kid, is that these cars were stopped at the red light, and then the cars from the ones at the green light were coming down the other side of the street. So I'm trying to go through two cars stopped at the light, and then all of a sudden this car comes out of nowhere, hits the front tire of my bike, traps me underneath the bike, and in between the two cars stopped at the red light. Nothing happened. Only thing that happened, I got a little cut on my thumb. Little cut. That's all that happened. And then the only thing I remember after that was sitting with my dad, and I don't even know. I was sitting like, it was like he kneeled down. I was a little kid. He kneeled down, I was sitting on his knee or something like that, and he was making sure I was okay. I remember nothing after that. So she starts telling me that story. She's like, what happened when you were a little kid? She's like, and the car and the bike, and I go, I never told anybody that story. So I tell her. She's like, well, no, something happened that ignited your abilities at that moment, and you saw it across the street, and you tried to go over to it. Okay? So something happened when I was younger, and it caused me to almost get hit by a fucking car. So then, this year, let's fast forward to this year. I was younger when this happened, little kid. His birthday was in March, mine's in April. So this was in March. I wake up and I'm like, oh, I feel amazing today. All this stuff. I felt very in tune. I had a great morning meditation, all this stuff. And then I freaking realized it was my twin flame's birthday. And I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck? This is so weird. So then I had this fucking thought of that story. And I'm like, I asked my mom. I was like, hey, Ma, remember that thing that happened on the bike when I was a kid? How old was I? She's like, oh, that thing? Oh, because your dad wasn't paying attention? I'm like, yeah. I didn't even want to tell her why I was asking. I was like, yeah, how old was I? And she's like, I don't know, maybe like 6. And I was like, okay. Now, what season was it? She's like, oh, it was the spring. And I was like, this fucking light bulb went off in my head. I was like, oh my god, because he's 6 years younger than me. So I really, truly believe when this incident happened when I was a kid and I almost got hit by a car, because this woman had told me that what had happened is I had seen something across the street and I tried to go over to it. It was my seer ability kind of awakening when I was a child. And she didn't know what it was. She just knew it was igniting my ability. So then I start putting two to two together. This thing happened in the spring when I was about 6 years old. That's when he was born. So was I seeing his soul being incarnated onto this planet? That's what I believe. And I thought it was really crazy, and it made a lot of sense to me. And, you know, spirituality is a crazy fucking thing, and enlightenment and ascension and awakening is an insane thing. There's just a lot of layers and a lot of different things that are out there that you need to learn discernment from. Yeah, this shit was crazy, man. And another thing to go and coincide with that story is, remember when I was a little kid, I only heard my thumb when we were together. And if I could get his fucking quote on this, because he would always go, babe, something always happens when your thumb's like that. Why does your thumb do that? Because my thumb would get real numb, like it fell asleep out of nowhere, and it would only be like the weird half. And then I started, that's what made me realize when I'm thinking about this, oh my God, only my thumb. That's all that got hurt that day. And then when me and him were together and like crazy scenarios would happen, my thumb would get all fucking weird. And I'm an empath, like on hypersensitive level where like I said, I feel things and I instantly visualize them. Instantly. So I just thought it was a little crazy how, yeah, that was fucking intense. So my twin flame, I watched him incarnate. I saw his aura. A lot of fucking work. Twin flames are a lot of work, man. If you're not ready for work or shadow work or any kind of fucking work, especially within the spiritual, I mean, to the muggles, the unawakened beings, you're not going to understand it as work. You're just going to look at it as another traumatic relationship. Really, when you think about it. So, Twin Flame Talks Volume 1. Michelle, wow, yeah. It's fucking crazy. I'm going to upload this to Instagram so I have more content on there. I'm going to have more time-lapse videos available soon. I've been taking a break on product because I've been, you know, doing a lot of stuff like this. I've been finalizing Cast 2. I mean, it's all done. I've just been like, you know, because I have to fucking go over things a billion times to make sure I want to teach that. But really, with Cast 2, you're learning so much about magic that I just want to be very thorough. I'll be setting those dates very soon. I'm also going to be I might as well say it now, I'm going to start doing drum healings. I should have said drum circles. Drum healings. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. But it's going to have to do with drums, and I'm going to drum. So I hope you guys can come. I know some of you have heard my drumming. But yeah, so Twin Flame Talks Volume 1, I hope you liked it and realized that it's not all the do-all, tell-all Twin Flames are. So if you're trying to, like, really, if I get another reading, I mean, I feel like I'm going to get more readings like this. Like, people will get rune readings and they'll want to know about their twin flame, or the subject will talk about the twin flame. So I really think I'm here to school people on the twin flame energy and how it's not all fucking sunshine and rainbows, and it's a lot of fucking nitty-gritty work. And if you ain't allowed to, if you ain't ready to face this work and put in the work and even embrace that it might not work out, then I don't think you're ready for it. But if you are called to donate and even exchange of energy, whatever you'd like, you can do the PayPal me link that's pinned to the top of the comments. You might not be able to do it while the video is live, but it's also in the description of this video. Please like and follow the Eye of a Seer Creations page. Erin, I will have Cast 2 announced soon. I actually am going to go over all the dates this weekend with Ashley, because every time we get together, we do a billion other things and forget to do things. So, thank you, Nell. Thank you for joining. What else was I going to say? I am going to set up... Thank you, Amy. Thank you for joining. I'm going to set up that Wu-Tang Wu-Bat box that I'm going to give away. I think I'm going to set that post up for tomorrow or Friday, and with that you're going to have to share that post, and the only way you're also going to be accepted is if you also like the page. So if you're interested in more of my videos, because I will be doing more, and I will be doing some video classes. like and follow the page. Very interesting, though. Thank you for sharing. You're very welcome. Like I said, PayPal me down below. And stay tuned for more. Peace and blessings.